Hello and welcome to the first episode of Bear Update. I'm Caitlin Good and today we have some very special guests. We have the head coach of the esports program here at UPIKE as well as a member or e-athlete. We have Coach Eric Van Hoos as well as James Prouty. Hey y'all, thank you all for joining us. First off, I want to start off with what exactly is esports? What game is played? Just a little background info on it.
Okay, so esports is basically any online competitive game or really electronic competitive game. But in this case, we play League of Legends, and next semester we're going to be adding Hearthstone, which is a sort of card game. It's a strategic card game, more or less. Okay,
and now tell me about how esports came around UPIKE.
We had a student 2 semesters ago now who came to one of the professors, Bruce Parsons, and wanted to start a club for it. And when we started looking into it, Robert Morris University in Chicago had already started one, and they were in the same athletic division as we are. So we kind of started looking into the program, and we talked with the admissions department at the time, and they went around to some of the high schools, and the response to it was really, really great. Like, a lot of students in high schools really wanted to do it, and so they kind of helped us make it a reality.
Now, I understand you all have, an important match coming up. I think it's the 8th. Why don't you tell me a little bit how you all get prepared for it, what things you go through to really get ready?
Okay. Well, right now, this semester, we've added a couple new players onto the team. And so we've really been working on getting them kind of acclimated to our team structure and used to the way that we play and those kinds of things. We've got Christian Gross playing a lot with our support, Corey Smith. They've been working together a lot, and Christian's really starting to kind of hit his stride and kind of get comfortable in his position. And then Kelly has been working with us, Kelly Porter, sorry. I could not remember that last name. Kelly Porter's been working with us on top lane, and he's been working with James Williams on kind of getting used to teleport ganks and things like that. Like, he's really started to be more of a force on the team.
Well, that's awesome. Now, James, I've heard that you all are doing great, but you still kind of have that stigma of not being, a real athlete, or, just different negativity. And how do you deal with it, and what kind of message would you like to give across to those people who do have those negative thoughts?
Well, just like any other sport that's considered, you can get a scholarship for or anything like that. We try to focus on teamwork and communication. We may not have the physical strain that a lot of these sports have, but the mental aspect of what we go through and how we get ready is just like any other sport. We sit there and we have to prepare all week just like any other sport does.
Now tell me how you got involved.
I've always been a bit of a gamer my whole life, and a couple semesters ago, the student that was making the club came to me and told me about it, and I'm like, I was just all for it, because I've always been into games, and the fact that maybe I can, go to school and get on a team for it, I was all for it.
Now, how do you all practice or train, so to speak, for esports?
Well, the game itself has a matchmaking aspect, and so the way that we normally train or practice is basically we have scrimmages almost all the time. Okay. A lot of other sports, I'm pretty sure, would love to be able to have as many scrimmages as we do, because whenever we sit down for practice, we can find a team that is of equal skill to us and immediately start practicing with them, and it finds it for us every time, and it's a different team every time. So we run into different combinations, it's always different, but it's still an equal skill team, or as close as it can get, basically. So we just play, we play games like that, and then we kind of, at the end of the game, we'll go over like what went wrong or what went right, what we're doing better, what we need to work on, those kinds of things, just like anything else.
Now, like other sports, a lot of teams, they'll scout players or they'll recruit players. Is there a same process for esports?
We're actually working on that. I actually have a conference call this afternoon to work on that. We have, there's something called, we compete in the Collegiate Star League. There's something called the High School Star League that we're going to be trying to work with that is more or less, there's 2,000 high schools that have teams that are They're all basically clubs from those high schools, and so we're going to be working with them to try to kind of recruit from that base and kind of have more of an active recruiting style, because there's not exactly right now I can't exactly go to a Friday night game and watch. So hopefully that'll kind of fill that void.
Well, speaking of watching, how would someone who is interested in esports, how would they watch a match? Is there any way to stream the match? Can you watch live, or is it just being there?
Well, there's a website called twitch.tv. It's basically it's a streaming service for anybody who's playing a video game, basically. But all the pro games and things like that are streamed on there as well. And we stream most of our games whenever we can. We stream our games on the Holler Gaming channel. The Holler studio here on campus runs them for us, and then any of the games that the CSL is streaming will be streamed on their channel, which is C-Star League. And they're actually going to be streaming our game against University of Michigan.
Okay. And how long do matches usually last? Or, do you have so many matches you have to beat? Is it 2 out of 3? Is it, how exactly? Break it down for me. Tell me, exactly how it works.
It's each match is best 2 out of 3, and then each game within that is anywhere from around 20 minutes to 45, depending on how it goes. It can be longer, but usually around the 45-minute mark is where one team is starting to snowball to the point that they're going to win. It just depends on who gets the ace at that point.
Yeah. So both of you, why don't you tell me about your expectations for the rest of this season as well as upcoming seasons?
Well, right now, the rest of this season, I think we're going to finish strong. I'm really excited for the rest of the season, but in the following seasons, I've got a better idea. Like, this was our first season, really, so I've got a better idea of how the structure and those kinds of things, and I'm really excited to kind of go into a season actually knowing what I'm doing a bit more and kind of having more of a plan, or a better plan, I guess.
What about you, James?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to playing more. But it's nice now that we finally have a bit of a cohesion with everybody, because the whole first part of the season was us just basically trying to get used to each other. We all have different play styles. We all play differently, and it's more about now we know how each other play. We can accommodate for each other's weaknesses, strengths. We can, amplify every play that we make. So it's just going to be a lot of fun, just trying to see how far we can go.
Now, do you practice in your spare time as well, or is it mostly just?
I play in my free time as well.
Now, is this? I'm oblivious to this all. Is this a gaming console, or is it a computer, or is it a PC game?
It's a PC game.
Okay. Okay, well, that's really neat. Now, what should someone do if they're wanting to get into esports, if they're wanting to look into it more?
If they're wanting to get talk to us about getting a scholarship for esports, we have an email, esports@upike.edu, and anybody can send an email to that, and then I'll walk them through the process of applying to the university and those kinds of things. And we're actually recruiting right now. We've got, I believe, 20 scholarships we're planning on giving out for next semester.
Wow. So you all get on that if you're into esports, and if this is something that you're wanting to do. Coach Van Hoos is more than willing to help you all out. And can you repeat the email address just one more time?
Yeah, it's esports@upike.edu.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us and letting us know a little bit about esports. If you're someone like myself, had no clue what was going on, and it seems like you all are doing something really great and bringing such an awesome program to the university.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you all.
Welcome back. I'm Brady McClure, and I'm with my guest, Dontavius Terrell Daniels. Nice to have you, TD.
Thank you.
Alrighty. And you're a defensive back, and you're a graduate for the UPIKE student football team, right? Mm-hmm. Alrighty. And can you tell us about the significance of the National Signing Date for the football team?
National Signing Day is an opportunity for the kids to pick which school they want to go to. They're going to play for 4 to 5 years, well, 4 years and graduate maybe in 4 to 5 years, to pick which school they want to go to on the stage. So.
Alrighty. Alright, so can you talk to us a little about the significance of the signing date?
Well, the signing day is just to bring all our signees, try to get all our signees here on campus to sign in front, have the opportunity to sign on camera and sign in front of their, their parents and their cousins, because this the signing day is it's live stream, so and it's also be on the on the local channel. So people to see them, a lot of people at this level don't get the opportunity like Division I. They sign on ESPN, so it's an opportunity for them to get that, you know.
Okay, and how does the signing process work?
Well, what we do is, like I said, we bring everybody to the facility, hoops facility. It's like a big luncheon. So we're there to able to eat and get in contact with other players while they're there. You know, try to get to know each other early than later. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, all right.
that's one thing. This thing about the whole signing day thing.
Okay, and can you speak about the difficulty of the process?
The difficulties of the process. I mean, the difficulty of the process of the signing day, trying to get everybody here is we have a lot of out-of-state guys. Like we have people from Georgia, you know, Florida, and trying to get those guys all the way up here, even though they took visits up here. So it's the process of getting them back. So it really be a lot of local guys, you know, from the Kentucky area to be at signing day. So that's trying to difficulty is trying to bring everybody here.
Alrighty, and can you talk to us a little about like what you look for in potential recruits?
Well, at my position, I'm assistant coach for the defensive backs. Well, one thing I look for is speed, size, and quickness. So them 3 things that I look for in a defensive back, because you got to be able to run, you got to have quickness to transition, and you got to have some decent size on you.
Alrighty, and on the first day of the signing period, the Bears received scholarship agreements from student athletes on this from several different states. Can you speak a little about the adversity of the incoming signees?
I know I signed here also, I play here, so one adversity that I went through from being out of state, because I'm from Georgia, so from being out of state was being homesick. That's one thing that I try to tell them, that you got to come together as a family, because what helped me through the process, through all that I gained a family while I was here. So by just grab a hold to your player. If you're feeling some type of way, you know, grab a hold to a player, grab a coach, you know what I'm saying? We always here to talk. We one big family. So that's one thing I, you know, tell to the out-of-state guys, you know, we got a solid group of guys here. Some great guys, great leadership. So.
And so how many signees are on board right now, and can you tell me about some of them?
That's a lot. We signed this year, I want to say 51 guys. It's a great group of guys. A lot of guys, you know, play a lot of, I can't just talk on individuals because all of them, it's a lot of them, but a lot of them have great character, you know. A lot of them was leaders of their football team and played all 4 years, a lot of them. So, I mean, that's one thing we brought, a lot of leadership. We kind of upgraded in size-wise this year. We got a lot of more bigger guys.
Okay, and how many are coming from high schools and like others like, you know, are mid-year?
Right now we have mid-year on campus, I want to say we have 8. It's 7 or 8, and we signed 51 from just high school.
Okay, and tell us about the upcoming like schedule, the upcoming season.
We have the same schedule except for we don't play Campbell. We play a school in Ohio. I think can't remember the name of it. It's a Christian school. Okay. But that's same schedule. I think we play them like close to the end of the season. But first game is August 25th. It's a home game, I want to say, and so.
All right, and is there anything you would like to add about the season or anything?
Just more support, you know. So we want to encourage everybody to come out to the game, and you know, like we show support to everybody. You know, we make sure that football players go to the basketball games, you know, go to the volleyball game, try to go to all the sports events. You know what I'm saying? So we encourage more people from the community and people from the school to come out and support us, because it's gonna be a special season. Like we got a lot of young guys last year. It's gonna step into bigger roles, and a lot of older guys, you know, coming back. So we feel like, and also from the recruiting class, it's gonna be a special year that we can go and actually go win that ring this year.
Okay, well, thanks for being on the show, TD.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thanks for watching and everybody, and we'll have a new update for y'all next month.